And now for our next news special report.
And now a seismic shift is looming in the American political landscape, and it centers around one man, President Trump. As the 2024 election draws near, Trump throws down a gauntlet that could change the game for every presidential hopeful, most importantly, Joe Biden. It's not about policies or promises, it's about cognitive prowess. Imagine a race where mental acuity, not just political acuity, is the benchmark. Well, Trump has set the stage for a showdown unlike any we've seen, challenging every candidate to prove their cognitive fitness. So who will step up to this unprecedented challenge, and what does it mean for the likes of Biden and Haley? This isn't just a story of political strategy, it's a crusade for the very soul of our leadership. So stay with us as we delve into this groundbreaking development, and you don't want to miss our final thought on why this matters to you, the American people. Now, before we dive into this game-changing political discourse, let's address a parallel concern. Much like the demand for cognitive clarity in our leaders, we understand the importance of personal health. Excess belly fat, akin to unclear leadership, poses risks we can't ignore. It's nestled deep, affecting vital aspects of our nation, much like how belly fat impacts our vital organs. And that's why many, like you, are seeking robust leadership. Well, I turn to a groundbreaking solution for managing belly fat. This innovative formula supports weight management, reduces cravings, and boosts metabolism, mirroring the energy and vitality we seek in our president. So don't miss out on this exclusive 51% offer at trimwithgary.com, a beacon of hope in uncertain times. Now, back to our report. In a landscape brimming with political tension and uncertainty, one figure stands undaunted, ready to redefine the rules of the game. President Trump, with his unyielding vigor and clarity, has issued a challenge that echoes through the corridors of power and into the heart of the American electorate. This isn't just a political maneuver, it's a clarion call for a new standard of leadership, one that hinges on cognitive competence. And Trump's proposal for mandatory cognitive tests for presidential candidates is a direct response to what many see as a glaring oversight in our electoral process. It's a bold move, daring yet necessary in an era where the mental acuities of our leaders is not just desirable but essential. The question of cognitive fitness, once whispered in the halls of Washington, is now being shouted from the rooftops by none other than Trump himself. Now, this demand comes at a time when concern over President Biden's mental fitness have become a reoccurring theme in political discourse. We've witnessed instances that have raised eyebrows, moments of confusion, verbal stumbles, and a general perception of decline. These aren't partisan jabs. They are observations shared by a growing segment of the populace concerned about the capacity of a man with the nuclear codes. And Trump's challenge is not limited to Biden. It extends to all potential candidates, including Nikki Haley. But in this arena of mental might, Trump is confident of his dominance. He's not just issuing a challenge, he's throwing down a gauntlet confident of his own cognitive prowess. Now, Trump at 77 exudes an energy and sharpness that he believes sets him apart from the rest. Check this out.
Texas, and I said to him, you know, Ronnie, I'd like to take a cognitive test. I never heard of it before, but whatever it is. I like tests. I've always liked tests. Tests are very interesting. And, you know, I had an uncle. He's the longest serving professor, Dr. John Trump, in the history of MIT. Same genes. We have genes. We're smart people. We're smart people, you know? We're like Mr. Lieutenant Governor, we're like racehorses too. You know, the fast ones produce the fast ones and the slow ones doesn't work out so well, right? But we're no different in that sense.
Now, following this assertion, Trump claimed to have aced his cognitive test, a statement that resonates with his supporters and challenges his detractors. It's a testament to his belief in his mental fitness, a crucial trait for anyone aspiring to lead the free world. Here's more.
Because cognitively, you know, I don't know if you saw, but a few months ago, I took a cognitive test. My doctor gave me. I said, give me a cognitive test just so we can, you know, because you know what the standards were. And I aced it. I also took one when I was in the White House. No, I'll let you know when I go bad. I really think I'll be able to tell you, because someday we go bad. But, you know, I've had, and they always say, like Haley, she talks about, yeah, we don't need 80-year-old. Well, I don't mind being 80, but I'm 77. That's a big difference. Big difference.
The conversation on cognitive tests isn't just about Trump or Biden. It's about setting a precedent. It's about ensuring that those vying for the highest office in the land are not just politically savvy, but also mentally equipped to handle the pressures and complexities of the presidency. Now, this isn't ageism, it's pragmatism. As Trump himself said, it's not about age, but intelligence and capability. And Trump's stance on cognitive testing is more than a challenge. It's a reflection of his unwavering confidence, and his call for tests transcends political boundaries, advocating for a standard that would benefit the entire nation. It's a move that could redefine the criteria for a presidential candidate, elevating the debate to a matter of mental fitness, not just of political ideology. Here's more.
So Nikki Haley says now she has the two-person race that she's always wanted. She has been coming after you strongly in the past few days. It's worked both ways, and you've come after her as well. She keeps bringing up your age lately. What do you say about that?
Well, I think I'm a lot sharper than her. I would do this. I would sit down right now and take an aptitude test, and it would be my result against her result, and she's not going to win. She's not going to even come close to winning. In fact, when I heard the word cognitive, I've taken two of them now. I took one with Doc Ronnie, who's now a fantastic, White House doctor, and a fantastic congressman from Texas, Admiral, the White House doctor, Ronnie Jackson, and he's now a great congressman from Texas. I took one then, and I took one recently. I think the result was announced, and I aced it twice. I aced it. But I would say that, I've actually called for a cognitive test for anybody running for president, because I actually think that's a good idea. It would be nice to have an intelligent person be president. But
Haley has too, I believe. So,
in stark contrast to Trump's vigor stands Biden, whose tenure in office has been marked by a series of gaffes and missteps. And these aren't mere blunders. They're signs of a deeper issue, a potential cognitive decline that can't be overlooked. The gravity of the presidency demands a leader who's not just experienced, but also mentally sharp. Yet Democrats have been quick to dismiss these concerns, portraying them as baseless attacks. They argue that Trump's focus on cognitive testing is a distraction, an attempt to shift the conversation from policy to personal fitness. But in doing so, they miss the point. This isn't about scoring political points. It's about the fundamental suitability of a candidate to hold the most powerful office in the world. Watch.
So, all of the media is in a tizzy that Trump had a comment where he confused Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi. And I get it. It's easy, and it's frankly valuable. If you have a political agenda, re-elect Joe Biden. And the American voters are really concerned about the intellectual diminution of Joe Biden. One of the best strategies to counter it and say, yeah, but Trump is totally old and feeble too. Yeah. Now, I think it's crap, and I'll tell you what. I'm going to make a challenge to the press and the Biden White House. Let's have the November election decided right now. Give us Donald Trump and give us Joe Biden for an hour on a cognitive test, and the winner is the president. I'll take that, because Trump will kick Biden's ass on that.
Now, the question of cognitive testing is a contentious one, sparking debate across the political spectrum. U.S. News, a publication often seen as leaning left, attempted to downplay concerns over Biden's cognitive abilities. They argue that the claims of his mental decline are exaggerated, unsupported by evidence. But is this a fair assessment or a deflection from a legitimate issue? The 2024 election looms large, and with it comes the promise of a battle not just of ideologies, but of mental fortitude. Trump's call for cognitive testing isn't just a political strategy, it's a demand for transparency and accountability. It's a call for a leader who can not only articulate a vision for America, but also possess the mental clarity to execute it. In the end, this isn't just about Trump or Biden, it's about the future of our republic. It's about ensuring that the person at the helm is not only politically astute, but also cognitively capable. It's a conversation that needs to be had, and a standard that needs to be set. The stakes are too high, and the challenge is too great to settle for anything less. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. This isn't just about staying informed, it's about being part of a movement that demands clarity and competence in our leadership. So join us in this crucial conversation. And now, my final thought. As we close tonight's report, let's reflect on the gravity of what's at stake. This isn't just another political debate. It's about the future of our great republic. President Trump's call for cognitive testing of presidential candidates is more than a challenge. It's a wake-up call. It's a reminder that the office of president demands not just experience or charisma, but mental sharpness and clarity. In a world rife with complexities and threats, can we afford to have anything less than the most cognitively fit at the helm? This isn't about partisan politics, my friends. It's about the very essence of leadership. As Americans, we deserve to know what our leaders are. We deserve to know that our leaders are not just willing, but wholly capable of steering our nation through turbulent times. So let's take this conversation forward, demanding transparency and competence in our leaders, because in the end, the strength and stability of our republic depend on the cognitive fitness of those who lead it. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.